Once again, how do you believe participation in sports develop children overall development? Ty gonna start us off.
That teamwork aspect, teamwork, the camaraderie, and working together with others to reach a common goal is very vital to the success of your life, period. Believe it or not, the very first job I received was because I was an athlete. It was with Enterprise Rent-A-Car. They want people who are competitive, people who are used to working in a team, and people who want to achieve a goal and who want to gain something in life and move up in the company. So being on a basketball team my whole life is what taught me those qualities they loved about me. And I ended up getting into a great career when I first was fresh out of college.
Being an athlete and participating in athletics prepares you for life probably more than any other thing. As an athlete, you have so many highs and lows. And in life, which they kind of said earlier, you mentioned as well, you're going to have highs and lows. And if you can learn how to get through those highs and lows in athletics, life is going to be great. One thing I tell our girls on our team, if losing a game is the toughest thing you go through in life, your life is going to be great. So the highs and lows of participating in athletics prepares you for everything that life has to bring you. And life is going to bring you a lot of highs and lows, and you learn to stay even keeled. And with that, you're going to be successful.
It does a number of things. You know, you talk about accountability, discipline, respect, being accountable. I know a lot of times when it comes to, we were talking about it just a few minutes ago, the fellas in the room. In baseball, I don't know how many baseball players we got out here. Okay, I like that. In baseball, and for the ones that don't know, if you come up to the plate 10 times and you miss or don't hit the ball 7 times, you're still considered great, right? That means 30% of the time, you only hitting it. 70% of the time, you are missing it. That's failing. In basketball, if you go to the free throw line and you miss it 7 times out of 10, you Shaquille O'Neal. Y'all supposed to laugh. That's a joke.
But I think that's incredible though, Adron. You say that we gotta. It's about looking at what a win and a loss is in your arena.
Dealing with failure. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing in what we do. I mean, whether you're a coach, player, or whatever, you got to understand how to deal with adversity. Adversity is sometimes the best teacher. I mean, there's gonna be some people up here stepping, and you might misstep. Are you gonna stop? Or are you gonna keep going? Exactly. And you got to understand how to do that.
I want to direct this question to Coach Jay Brown. Coach Jay, you often I get a chance to view you on social media, and you talk about work ethic a lot. One of your sayings is "Don't get outworked." Why do you consider work ethic to be a key factor in a player's success?
I think the way you do anything is how you do everything.
That's good.
The way you do anything is how you do everything. And if you work hard and anything that you want in life, it's not going to be easy. And nothing is hard. Everything is a challenge. So if you work for what you want, you're going to get what you want. But if you half do it, you're going to get half do results. But if you give everything that you got, you're going to get the results that you want.
How did participating in multiple sports open up opportunities for your athletic career?
And that's a great question. For me, I did. A lot of people don't know. I did write a book. It's out, From Pensacola to the World Series. Check it out. Mississippi State is where I went. I went to Mississippi State on a full scholarship, and
that was in football, right?
I was in football.
I was in football.
And then I went to Pensacola Junior College to play baseball. But the interesting thing is, because we were talking about this too in the back, is that every athlete should play multiple sports. There's so much you can learn from baseball, so much you can learn from track, so much you can learn from, all the sports, tennis, whatever. But for me personally, with what I went through, the adversity, remember, decisions are everything. Understand this. The decisions that you make right now today are going to affect you 10 years from now. Remember that. That's very, very important. And I heard some claps over. That's very good. I like that. But understand this. The reason why I say that is because for me, when you asked the question, I was thinking like, it wasn't just me having the ability that God gave me to be able to play multiple sports is what I took from that. It was the fact that when I left Mississippi State, I left because of a terrible decision that I made, right? when I went to go and I changed to go play baseball, I had to make up my mind what I really wanted to do. I had to start making better decisions.
That's good.
So when it came to me being able to have that extra sport to play, you know, obviously it was a wonderful thing because now I can go play baseball. But at the same time, I had to change the way I was thinking.
Ty, we live in a world now that young people make quick decisions, and sometimes even parents are making those decisions, especially when it comes to what school they're going to go to. We might jump up and go to another school immediately. I want you to just elaborate on why trust and loyalty can be beneficial between the relationship of a coach and a player during this time.
Oh man, that's a great question. Hey, how many points did I score this year? 0, right? So my players are an extension of me. I can't shoot the ball for them. I can't dribble the ball for them. So we have to develop a relationship where I trust them and they trust me to go make the right play. And that's where that loyalty comes into play at. If you're doing right by the kid and you showing them every day that you're there for them and you want the best for them, they're going to be loyal to you and they're going to trust you. Everybody knows the iconic play from 2022 that Josh Whitehurst made, right? The volleyball line shot to take it to state. What player, not many players are going to take a shot from that far out for many coaches because that coach does not trust them. Josh knew, I knew that he could make that shot. So he had all the confidence in the world crossing half court to make that shot. So, you know, if I don't trust Josh, if Josh doesn't think I trust him, we don't make that shot, we don't go to state. So that's huge when it comes to a coach's-player relationship. Just a perfect example I can give for that.
Just that belief. You got to make sure that you have a coach who believes in you, but you also have to believe in the coach. Really important. Coach Jay, you've had an opportunity to work with many top athletes, especially as a coach and an AD. You've seen them come through your program. When college coaches come to your school, what are maybe 1 to 3 things that they look for in a prospective player?
Well, they look for a lot of things, but of course they know you as an athlete already. If they didn't know you as an athlete, they wouldn't be contacting me. The first thing that I get asked by every college coach, especially now lately, what type of person are they? You know, what type of people do they hang around? They want to know who you are outside of the game, especially now with NIL and revenue sharing. They're getting ready to invest possibly thousands to millions of dollars in athletes. So they want to know what type of individual you are. The next thing they're going to ask, for sure, what are your grades like? You know, what type of athlete is this young person in the classroom? Are they a leader in the school? And the last thing they ask, which is to me one of my favorite questions to hear, how's the family support? You know, what type of family do they come from? Who are they hanging around? Do they have that support that's needed? So those are some of the things that college coaches are constantly asking me when they're contacting me.
I love that. I love that. You got to have your grades and what type of family, all right, or what type of support do you have, your support system. And we want you to understand that when she says family, she doesn't necessarily just mean your immediate family. All right, your support system could be other people that is within your life that is helping you navigate your decision making and success in your life. All right, we're going to close this thing out, and I just need you all. We asked Lacey and them a little earlier, just was one thing that would stick out for an entrepreneur. What's one quality, we can let Adrian go first, one quality that you as a Pensacola State College coach look for in an athlete? And if you can just give it to us real quick.
How are you programming yourself? I mean, these cell phones and the television is telling you what you got to see. How are you programming yourself? What type of person are you? Are you looking at things that's going to help you progress in the career that you're choosing, or are you watching things that don't have anything to do with it? So, I mean, the main thing as a coach for me, we looking at what is his habits? What are the habits?
What is his habits?
Yeah.
What's programming?
Her habits?
Her habits. Is your programming TikTok or is your programming film? Ty, what is one thing you're looking for, coach?
I'm gonna have to say work ethic. Going back to what Coach Jay said earlier, work ethic, man. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you come in and you work hard, I could do a whole lot with you. I mean, a whole lot. I feel like I could conquer the world with you. Just come in and work hard. So I'm gonna say work ethic.
Work ethic. And Jay, can you close us out What is that one thing we heard? Well, you know, what are decisions you're making? What programming, work ethic? What's one thing that you would look for?
I'm be honest, I'm just gonna piggyback off what Coach Ty said. Work hard. That's it. Hey, if you want to grind, you got to shine. And if you work hard, you're gonna be successful. That's what we look for. We're looking for the athlete that if it's a brick wall standing in front of us and you ain't got no tools, you're gonna find a way to get through it.
Coach, I love that you said that. And to close this out though, but I've got to ask you something. How important is attitude?
Attitude determines your altitude.
So how high you go will determine on how you show up in your behavior, whether it's emotionally, whether it's physically, but your attitude. So attitude is important.
Yes, sir.